Today we'll be focusing on the Senate, even the National Assembly, as a whole, did talk about this employment irregularities. They had a workshop on it. Senate recently frowned at it, saying, I think it was about 13 agencies of government, the ministry, department, and agencies, saying that they'll have none of it anymore, and that this report will tell you what the Senate talked about. Let's take a look.
Last year, his phone was switched off up to date.
Michael is an unemployed graduate. He told Channels Television that in his desperation to get a job, he fell into the hands of an officer in the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps who offered him a job for a fee.
He told us for degree holders it's 150,000, that will pay 50,000 naira up front. When the letter comes out, I'll balance him 100,000. I withdrew 50,000 naira I gave to him.
At a public hearing organized by the Senate to investigate employment irregularities in government agencies, the chairman of a joint committee and the chairman Federal Character Commission blew the lid wide open, naming the agencies which engage in cash for job racketeering and other employment irregularities.
Recruitment scam has also been reportedly discovered at the Nigerian Customs Service. Here, an illegal recruitment syndicate has defrauded innocent candidates.
The Ministry of Interior have opened a website which is not meant for recruitment, but which has become a source of scammers to deceive and to defraud people.
A lecturer from Federal Polytechnic Nekede also explained how he was hounded by his employers for exposing fraud in the institution's recruitment exercise.
Candidates paid into that account, and we are awaiting examinations and aptitude tests. It turned out that by September, the chief executive of my institution unilaterally, from her house, without the personnel department, without the appointment and promotions committee, issued out employment letters to hundreds of candidates. The chief executive set up a committee on me, and first of all, I was removed as Director of Technological Entrepreneurship.
But some have asked if anything would come out of this exercise, as employment racketeering has so seeped into the society, with lawmakers themselves even admitting that they have often paid fees to get jobs for people in their constituencies. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
Well, yes, indeed. Ever since then, about 13 of those agencies, as we did mention, that Civil Defense Corps happens to be one of those agencies mentioned by the Senate that they should do something about it. But we'll find out what they're doing now. We're joined now by Obafaiye Shem, who is the Lagos State Commandant of Civil Defense Corps. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, it's amazing. It was even shocking to some that this is going on. What can you tell us about this scenario?
Well, when you talk of a scandal, I know this one is a peculiar employment scandal. And though I am surprised that the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is mentioned to be one of the organizations in this kind of thing. I can assure you that in Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, nothing like that is happening. Actually, I'm just 3 months old.
That's why you say you're surprised?
Yeah, because the truth is, if you are an insider and you see the kind of leadership we have, you know that this kind of thing cannot take place in Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. I'm just 3 months old in Lagos, and you see that one of the achievements we've made is the arrest of 2 people. One, Rufus Emmanuel, I've forgotten the name of the other, that we paraded, that were involved in this internet fraud of employment thing. We discovered that they have an account, either with UBA or one other bank, and we made a trace of them, and we got them. We paraded them, and we handed them over to EFCC as at that time. That's to let you know. And by the time we interviewed these guys, they told us that they used to sell employment form for NECO, for WAEC, and now the federal government will be saying that it is the WAEC as organization that is perpetrating this evil. But they made a confession that they sell form for civil defense, they sell form for NECO, they sell form for NDA, that is army, and even for WAEC.
It's amazing. Sorry, Marco. It's amazing you say the civil defense is not involved, because I mean, some time ago there was a report that the NSCDC, which is your agency, arrested about 560 suspects over this employment racketeering, and even the National Assembly also. Are you saying they don't know what they're talking about?
I can't get too well, sir.
You say only 2 people that you've arrested. But there was a report some time ago. Let me see. What was this date? It was on the 16th of January this year. That 560 suspects were arrested concerning this racketeering.
Across the nation?
No. Was it across the nation?
Yeah, definitely.
Why would NSCDC be arresting others for other agencies? Is that what you're saying?
No. We have to arrest people that are involved in selling our organization recruitment form on internet.
Across the country?
Yes. We've arrested people in Benin. We've arrested in Imo State. I am just informing you now that I'm 3 months old in Lagos, and we have succeeded in arresting 2 people.
Before you came to Lagos, where were you?
I was in Katsina.
In Katsina State?
Yes.
While you were there, were you aware of a group of people who had paid money, to join the NSCDC, but these people were caught? I mean, those who had defrauded them were caught, and the people who also paid that money were caught as well.
In Katsina?
No, in Abuja.
In Abuja?
Yes.
I might not be too vast in that. Yes, I might not be too vast in that. But definitely, all I'm trying to tell you is that Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is given the mandate. I would rather tell you that I used to mention that we have possibly the fattest and the fastest intelligence gathering system in the country, because we are everywhere, even to the smallest hamlets in the country. Yes.
The question will be,
yes,
how did you get, first of all, the 2 people who you got?
Yes.
How were you able to get them?
Well, the machinery of arrest is not something we discuss openly here.
Okay, so
yes, we cannot disclose how we do our job so openly.
We're not asking for the methodology.
Yes.
You can talk about, how you got your information briefly. You don't have to give details of it.
Well, information gathering is information gathering, and that's intelligence gathering.
What we mean is
yes,
it that you had received complaints about some people saying, but we have bought forms from the NSCDC, when are you going to conduct your interviews? What exactly happened?
Virtually every day I receive calls from friends, from relations, brother, friends. We are informed your organization is recruiting. There is a form on the internet, on the Ministry of Interior, on Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps website, and I keep telling them
that is not true.
It is not true. As insider, I must know when recruitment is taking place.
So the claims by one of the people who spoke in that report saying that there is a segment on your website that has been taken advantage of by fraudsters is actually correct.
So if a fraudster have taken advantage of that, fine, but that does not necessarily mean that it is staff of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps involved in this scam.
How do you
That's
know?
what I'm saying.
How do you know staff of the NSCDC are not involved?
How do I know?
Yes.
Because of the confidence I have in the leadership of the organization.